Hello everyone, this is my English speaking practice and I'm talking about my personal development. And today I'll continue to develop the Unity game. Yeah, uh, I'm working on tutorial for 2D game. So today I will add an animated pet, so I will learn how to add animation. So let's see the tutorial video. Open sprites and animated sprite seed dog, sprite seed cat. Change sprite mode multiple. Sprite editor. And that's it. I have no idea. Okay. Anyway, in project pane and sprite animated. Sprite animated and select the sprite seed cat. In the inspector window, change the sprite mode. Can I? Oh, okay, I see. And change the sprite mode property from single to multiple. Then select apply. Apply, where it is. Huh? Where is the apply? Here. Okay, and this will allow you to slice the sprite seed into multiple individual sprites. Select open sprite editor to view the sprite seed in the sprite editor window. Okay. Go next. From the slice drop down, keep the default automatic option. Slice drop down, automatic, and select slice. Okay, so the each sprite detected automatically and sliced it and sliced, right? Slice. You will see new gray rectangles around the individual sprites. Yes. If the slice dropdown is gray out, you might have missed an instruction in the last step to set the sprite mode to multiple. Select apply to save your changes, then close the sprite window. Sprite in the window. Apply and close. And In the project window, expand the sprite sheet cat or sprite sheet dog assets to reveal the individual sprites that make up the sprite sheet. Use the arrow keys to flip it. In the project window, oh? Sorry. Open and expand. No. I see. And shift select all and paste it. A dialog will open that asks you to save a new animation file in your assets. Name the new animation and then select save. I just do it. And this file controls how to cycle through the frames of the sprite sheet. In the hierarchy window, rename sprite sheet can to cat, then move the animated pet to open spot in living room. Ooh. Just like with furniture, set order in layer 2 10 so the pet is always on the top of rugs. Enter play mode to see animation. Okay. It's where it is. Layer and order here. Okay. Pop up. And let me see the animation. Okay, animated. With pet selected, add a circle collider to D component and rigid to D component so that the player can interact with it. Yeah, of course. Rigid body 2D and the gravity scale to set to 0 and circle collider. I'm not sure, but I don't need to do anything. Increase the mass and increase the linear drag and angular drag. Oh, I see. Rigid body. Increase mass about 5. Linear drag, linear drag. Angular drag. I don't know this meaning. Angular drag. It's okay. Here are some of the things you learned along the way. Define sprite seat. Explain how a sprite seat can be used to create animated 2D object sprite individual images using the sprite editor. Go to next. More things to try. Try these optional activities to challenge yourself, build your skills, and improve your project. Each challenge is tagged as easy, medium, or expert difficulty so that you know what to expect. You can do one of them, all of them, or none of them. It's totally up to you. Easy, expert. If you are not interested in doing these challenges, skip to the end of the tutorial to mark it as complete. Let me try. From the hierarchy window, select all 4 goals. In the sprite renderer components for the color properties, select the color box and use the color window to select a new color for walls. You can even use the dropper tool to select a color from existing dropper. I see. So select wall. Do I need to select all of game objects in wall like this? And in the sprite renderer component, select the color. Yeah. Okay. maybe this is the dropper. Okay, Unity Hub. Do it later. So I can I use? I will choose this color. Nice. That's it. Change the color. Make your level more challenging. Designing a fun level is more difficult than people think. Yeah, in game design studios, there are full-time level designers who are responsible for crafting the gameplay space and flow, embedding interactive elements and game mechanics, and refining levels through playtesting to optimize the player's experience. Can you make this simple 2D level more fun and challenging to play? You might consider drawing inspiration from classic Sokoban puzzle design. Sokoban is a type of strategy game where the player pushes boxes to or crates around in warehouse, aiming to get them to designated storage locations. The challenge lies in the fact that box can only be pushed and not pulled, and the player needs to navigate through tight spaces without getting the box stuck against wall on corners. This optional challenge is classified as expert difficulty. Let me give it a try. Sokoban level online for inspiration on arranging collectives in a way that introduces these puzzle solving elements to your level design. Oh, I see. So the player can push objects, but cannot pull things. So which make it difficult to collect collectives. Collectives. So right now the mouse can collect all of stars. There is no obstacles. So if I put object that cannot be pulled, this game will be like a puzzle game, right? So this is a game design. Duplicate your existing scene to experiment with level design by selecting the scene and pressing Ctrl D. Oh. And open the new scene. Oh, I didn't save. Before saving this scene, I duplicated it, so the wall color is white. But it's okay, it's no problem. And It can be overwhelming to think about level design when you already have a bunch of stuff in your scene. Try moving all the furniture off to the side and starting fresh. Rearrange the collectives and furniture in your room in a way that makes it more fun and challenging to play. You might need to make some furniture objects immovable by removing their rigid 2D component in order to make the level more challenging. Just like a real level designer, have a friend or a family member test out your level and see what they think. Then iterate on your design. Of course. Let me take some time. So the player needed to think before take actions. For example, I wanna it's easy. Okay, I will skip this chapter. It's difficult. Yeah, I have an idea, but it's not important because this game is just a tutorial, so I will skip it. And I've completed all the work for this mission of the pathway, where you have learned the essential of getting started with Git2D in Unity. Think back to all you accomplished in this mission. You set up the 2D player that the user can move around without going outside the walls. You filled out the 2D room with pushable furniture, collectibles, and a UI that tracks the player's progress. You used the sprite editor to configure a 2D animation cat or dog. Now all that's left to do is complete a quiz to make sure you know your stuff. When you pass a quiz, you'll get XP and a badge for completing this portion of the pathway, getting you one step closer to earning the Unity Essentials Pathway badge. Where is the quiz? Oh, I end with no quiz. Okay. Maybe I should but it's okay. I will oh, this is the main menu. I should do this, but it's like a 3D tutorial, right? Let me see. Programming essentials. Add a movement script. This is 3D essentials. Audio is audio is a further step for me, and programming, publishing essentials. This is about main menu, right? It's time to collect all your good work together into a singular portfolio piece that you and others can play. A portfolio, especially in the real-time 3D and game development, is not just a collection work, but a practical way to demonstrating your familiarity with essential tools and concepts. In this mission, you will package all of your work from this pathway into a single playable experience that you can easily share with others. In this first tutorial, you will customize a main menu scene that you will allow a user to access all of the scenes you've worked on from one place. It's important. So It's about page transition, scene transition. Okay. Open the main menu scene. If you are still in 2D view from working on your 2D scene, deselect the 2D button. Oh, gotcha. I will like this, and if the gizmo icon are too large and obstruct your view, adjust their size for a cleaner workspace. Go to the gizmo drop down in the upper right corner of the scene view and use a 3D icon slider to reduce the gizmo size. Where is the slider? This. But it's okay. I'm going to create a 2D game, so it's okay. Explore the scene and its contents. Feel free to expand and click through the game objects in the hierarchy window to see how the scene is structured. Enter play mode and select the scene buttons. You will notice that none of the buttons works as expected. You will configure them to work soon. Okay, I've already confirmed. And in the hierarchy window, expand campus bar name text. Okay. And campus is a special type of game object in Unity that all UI elements need to be inside. With name text selected, locate the Text Mesh Pro Text UI component in the inspector window. Change the placeholder here. Later, we'll encourage you to publish your project. Feel free to use only your first name or first name and last name for privacy reasons. Last initials. If you want to explore other font properties with the Text Mesh Pro component too. I want to take the name from the script because the information is likely to be loaded from the server or user's actions, so I don't want to hard code it, right? But I will go with this. To design this scene more efficiently, try positioning the game view and scene view windows side by side. side by side like this. Okay. Then as you position objects, you can immediately see how they look from the user's camera view. To do this, drag the Game View tab to the middle of the rightmost edge of the Scene View window and resize all windows to your linking. Make sure you've exited play mode. Yeah. In the project window, navigate to Playhub's Rooms. Drag one of the room Playhub into your scene. I'd like kitchen. Yeah. To set a base for the background, the room should be somewhere around the origin 000. Continue to decorate the scene with additional objects from the Playhub's directory. Experiment with placing objects in front of or behind UI panels to create a sense of depth. If you want, you can adjust the position and orientation of the UI panels. You can also adjust the camera positions and angles to better frame the newly decorated background. Make sure that the main menu remains the focus point. This is not good. The position is not good. 000. I don't think so I can no how to like so I will scale tool, scale, and I copy and move the positions like this. Not bad. And save it. Next. In Unity, a build refers to the process of packaging your application into standalone files that can run a specific platform or device. One of the key steps in making a build is listing all of the scenes that should be included in your final application. In your new main menu scene, when you select a scene select button, it tries to load one of the scenes listed for your build. The first button will try to load scene 1 in your build, the second button will try to load scene 2 in your build, and so on. The problem is you haven't listed the scenes you want in your build yet, which is why those buttons don't work. In fact, you might have noticed that there was an error in the console when you select those buttons that said screen with build index number couldn't be loaded because it has not been added to the active build profile or shared scene list. Maybe the error message is here. Makes sense. In this step, you will select a scene to include in your final build, which will allow your buttons to work properly. Then navigate to Unity Essentials and Scenes. Use the Shift key to select all the scenes you worked on, excluding the starter scene, starting from 0 to 5. Navigate to File Build Profiles to open the Build Profiles window. You can also press Ctrl+Shift+B. Open the build window and select scene list from the left platform panel. Okay. And if there are any scenes already present in the scene list section, select them and press the delete key to remove them from the list. Drag the selected scenes from the project window directly into scene list section in the build profiles window. Point. And the build indexes on the right should range from 0 to 5. 0 to 5. Yeah, correct. Enter play mode and again to test the scene selection navigation. This time the button should correctly load the scenes you've set up in your build. I have to add this button or not? I'm not sure. The scene is already added, right? So I can open this window and run the game, and oh, perfect. And press the escape button to go back to the main menu scene. Yeah. Oh, this is what I've created. Okay. So I understand about build. I need to add scenes for build. So the scene is like web page. So for each scenes there is a memory room, I think. So if the scene is unloaded, the memory will be resetted. I think so. Okay. The player settings menu allows you to configure how your application behaves when it's running on the different platforms. These settings include visual elements like the game's icon and the splash screen, and technical settings such as rendering options and the performance optimizations. In this step, you will edit the application's name, icon, and the size of the window it opens it. This is also important things. Select the player settings button here. Open. Okay. And locate at the top of the build profile window to access players. Within the player settings window, set your company name and product name. Product name. These details will be visible in the application's properties. Feel free to put your name as a company name and whatever you like as a product name. To set your app's icon, select where there is currently no image for your build icon, then select your square image from your files that represent your portfolio. Try searching for icon to find some good option. If you want, you can also design your own square icon. You just need to drag it into a folder in the project window to add it to your assets. Navigate to the resolution and the presentation section and select the windowed mode. Navigation and resolution. Resolution and presentation, and select the windowed. Full screen mode. Windowed. Okay. This will make it easier for users to close the application if they want. You might also want to set the default screen width and height to the typical 16:9 HD resolution of 1920 by 1080. Yeah. You can now close the player settings window. Your setting will be saved automatically. Okay. Saved automatically. That's it. Congratulations on packaging up all your scenes into a single application that showcases your work as a portfolio project. Accessible from a single menu screen. Here are some of the things you learned how to do along the way, and adjust the display. publish to WebGL. Okay. So right now, I'm going to create my own game. It's like a puzzle game, and it's a kind of top down view. So I will duplicate it, and the name is the game scene. Yeah. And yeah, it's a kind of grid based game. So I will need a grid. Floor is the background image, and here I will put the grid, square grid. Put a square grid here, and I will put the object or something stuff to be put on the grid. Yeah, and the player can choose the object from these a few objects. Choose one object and put on the map. Put it on the map. So the operation is like drag onto the map. So I will need the drag onto the map. Maybe the object should have a script to detect user's input, and also the map should have the script that is for detecting detecting drop action, detecting drop action, and it should take the object, and also it should know the position, drop the position, yeah, and update the state. Yeah, the object is put at some point. Yeah. And also there must be animation and some effects. Something like this, something like that's it. And switching the, so I should know the drag and drop. Maybe there is also already assets or library. Unity's UI toolkit built-in functionalities. Unity. Is this for free or not? This content is hosted by a third-party provider that does not allow without. Please set your cookie preference. Cannot set a preference. Free. So maybe I should know about asset store, because I'm a beginner, so I should use the assets. How to use assets? Oh. Here is download. Import. Let me see where is this imported. Import. Here. So the asset. It contains the demo scenes and prehubs and scripts. Too small or okay. Okay, I see. Like this. But I don't know this. What? Why? What? Cannot framed. Where are these objects? Not sure. And let me see the directory. Here is Unity projects and open the Unity and asset is like this. Yeah. So scene information is text. Oh, I see. Interesting. And let me see the drag and drop pro, and this is documentation. Script is like this. So if I implement drag and drop from scratch, I have to write the code like this. So yeah. This is a usage. So I need to create two campuses. What is a campus? Okay. So today I will I want to make a to-do list or listing the tasks. Including learning something. So oh. So I need to explain explain what I'm going to create in Unity, and then I will talk about it to Gen AI, and I have Gen AI list the tasks. So let me explain what I'm going to create. Let me explain what I'm going to create in Unity. I'm going to create a 2D game, 2D puzzle game. It's a online game, and the player can fight with another player. So the networking feature is needed. I will explain the screen transitions. First, there is a title screen. Second, main menu screen. And the main screen for the game. And additionally, there is a result screen. Yeah. This screen is not all, but at first I will create with these screens. And especially I'm going to start with the main screen for the game. In the screen, there is a grid map and the grid is a square grid. The grid is square. The grid is square. and in the turn, player can in the turn 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 into turn out. Player can play the object onto the map. So, I will need to implement the drop and drag operations. Before implementing, I'd like to make a plan. So, can you help me? Maybe I will learn Unity. I will learn how to use the Unity and also how to set up the Apple account in order to publish the game on iOS store, and also I need to implement the authentication features or matchmaking features or ranking features or payment features or something like that. So I need to plan and organize them. Yeah. So first of all, I want to draw an overview, right? And then break them down into a small task. Yeah. And also, I know that I will need to, or I have to describe the game that we are going to create in detail. So the description is a task as well. Hmm. 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 Okay. Uh, I'd like to make sure the task dependencies or task order, right? So maybe I'm thinking that I should decide the infrastructure and required features, right? So can you help me for something like that? monetization plan. Two players game. Turn-based. And I yeah. I'm Do you want to start with the Unity and the side first? Unity and the I have used Cloudflare Workers. But I'm beginner of Unity, so I want to start with Unity side, and also I work with UI UX designer, so I need to answer or follow his order. iPhone only. KUPC is win condition. Take two grid first will win. They are. I forget the spells. They are hands in one turn. Yeah. Okay. Um, it's getting better. So today I'm going to finish. Not bad. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.